Tonight, a Gaston County assisted living facility is now in trouble with the state after a WCNC Charlotte investigation found the facility wasn't always giving its residents proper care. The state found the Somerset Court of Cherryville neglected a resident and failed to make sure that its required call bell system works all the time. Now tonight, WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito continues his investigation with more on the state's findings.
The state's evidence is laid out in these newly released corrective action reports. Investigators found the facility's actions unnecessarily kept one woman in the hospital much longer than she needed to be and left residents without reliable emergency call bells.
Yeah, I do feel bad.
What started with a cry for help from a fired personal care assistant
I just want them taken care of.
has now resulted in formal action against Somerset Court of Cherryville. In an interview with WCNC Charlotte in early 2025, Stacey Reeves documented concerns inside this facility,
The entire time I worked with him, he never had a call bell.
including with the state-required call bells,
Our call bells had been turned off on Wednesday that week.
an emergency system that residents like Barbara Estes told us was down when Linda J. died last October after choking on her dinner.
I seen her grabbing her throat and running. She tried her best to get up there and get help.
After WCNC Charlotte exposed those details,
They failed her miserably.
Jay's daughter started asking questions of her own, and the state began investigating.
It breaks my heart.
In the meantime, we learned the facility refused to take back outspoken resident council president Frida Reynolds,
My respect and my dignity has been slattered.
who previously filed formal complaints with regulators.
I think that they definitely did not like that she spoke her mind.
Her family called it retaliation.
It's confining.
Frida, hospitalized in January, ended up spending 53 days in the hospital, even though the hospital's therapy department and her cardiologist cleared her to return to Somerset Court much sooner. The facility insisted it could no longer meet her needs, and in the process, failed to follow the rules, never providing her with formal discharge paperwork and leaving her without an option to appeal.
It's called a dumping.
In response to our questions, the state opened an investigation.
It makes you feel horrible.
While she's since found a new home, the state's newly released investigation classified her experience as serious neglect, a failure that resulted in Frida staying in the hospital unnecessarily. Documents show the state plans on recommending some type of administrative penalty as a result.
We need to do better.
The state's findings also concluded the call bell system continued to be a problem 3 months after Linda J. died, noting the facility failed to ensure the call bell system was working properly for a week in January, a failure that was detrimental to the health and safety of all the residents. These records show in an interview with investigators in March, the facility's administrator told the state the call bell system was working properly with no issues at that point. In Frida's case, the administrator told the state she intended to deliver the hospitalized woman a discharge notice early on, but due to an emergency was unable to do so and never felt the need to follow back up since so much time had passed. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.